Hey friends, let's talk color matching. I'm Vanessa Short, your Saint artist, and I get asked this a lot. How do you color match? So in person, I look at people's skin and I try to find the darkest and the lightest area on their face. And I start with the highlight that's going to be their main foundation, and I'll put a couple of little swipes in the area that I think is the darkest. So for me, I feel like it's right about here. And I always do at least 2 different colors. When I started color matching, before I was familiar with the color, sometimes I would put 6 different colors on here. Most people can actually wear 2 or 3 colors pretty easily. So I've got Candlelit, Sandy, and team has the absolute best training, I think, and it makes it a lot easier. But the more you put makeup on people's faces, the easier it is to color match. You kind of get used to seeing what you're seeing. So I do that for the darker colors, and then I'm just gonna let that sit there, and then I'll look for the lightest area on anybody's face. For me, it's kind of in this area. So I'm going to match in there a little bit. And sometimes you can go a little bit lighter with this, but I'm going to start with an aura right here. And I'm going to put white peach next to that. Those two aren't very different. So I'm going to grab a lighter color and see. This one is called linen. This one's a lot lighter. And I'll just kind of look and see if it looks like the similar tone to somebody's face, then I'm like, okay, I'm in the right area. So I just blend these with my finger. I like to use my finger because it's warm and so it starts to melt in nicer. And I can kind of see which one is going to work the best. Honestly, I could get away with any of these 3 colors. The Candlelit is just a tiny bit light. So I might think I would use it since winter's coming. Sandy looks like it matches the closest. It's a tiny bit dark. And amber, it's not bad. It's a little bit yellow for me. Today, I think I'm going to go with Candlelit because I know that I'm losing my tan. And I can always darken up with a little bit of bronzer. I love bronzer. I recommend it to everybody. And then I'm going to get into brightening color. So I'm just going to smudge this out a little. I could do either one of those. And then linen. Linen is definitely going to give me a pop. And I know if a color is too dark because it will look yellower and too dark, obviously. If it's too light, it can really emphasize texture, fine lines. It can look chalky. It can make your pores look bigger. That is a telltale sign that your color is too light and you need a new color match. So today I'm going to go with Candlelit and white peach. Let's do that. I can fluctuate between many colors as most people can. This is the 3D brush. And let's start with Candlelit. So I'm just going to tap this pretty much everywhere. If it's a smidgen light, but it's not showing the texture, I'm okay with that. That's okay. So now I can take my white peach and I'm just going to put this on that inner and outer corner of my eye to create a little extra brightness and a little bit down my nose. Being a tiny bit light is sometimes okay. I can warm up with bronzer, but I can also give myself a little bit more depth with contour. So when I'm matching contour, I look at people's eyebrows immediately and their root color of their hair. So even if they're bleach blonde, I want to see what their natural root color is. Is it really gold or is it more of a wheat, kind of an ashy color? So I'm going to try this color right here. It's called Henna. It's not terrible, but I know that it's not going to match my eyebrows very well. Astoria, right away I put that on and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like it just blends better. And as long as it looks like a shadow and it doesn't look muddy or dirty, then I know it's the right color. So I like Astoria. I could get away with henna. I'm going to go with Astoria. So I am just going to dip into my Astoria and I'm going to finish that contour over here. And you'll see how it also helps where that foundation color might have been just a smidgen light. It'll just give me back some of that depth. There we go. Not bad, right? Along with all of the trainings we had, we have help from all of our other Saint sisters. So I love that part. If you get your colors and it's not perfect, don't worry, we can exchange them. So I hope that's helpful. I hope it helps you understand a little bit of what I look at when I'm color matching. And if you have any more questions, let me know.